All right. We're doing this. These are 5 things that truly disappointed me / really hated with Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Okay, let's go down the list here real quick. All right, starting at number 1, in no particular order, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. We're not doing any of that. I'm just listing 5 things right now that I truly disliked. Number 1, the directorial decisions. Stephen Campbell Jr. Took over this movie from the previous director, Travis Knight. Travis Knight actually did have a good background with animated movies. He was involved with Coraline. He saw a lot of things that Transformers had the potential of. That's how we got probably the best parts in any Transformers movie. Bayverse involved, anything like that, whatever. In the first minutes of Bumblebee. That, of course, being the scene on Cybertron. And it was everything that a Transformers fan truly dreamed of. And it was great. And I feel like Steven here completely dropped the ball. Definitely made a lot of mistakes, over-focused on a couple of things. I'm not even going to say, oh, maybe they were studio choices or whatever. Whether they were or not, pure speculation at this point. Let's move on to number 2. Wheeljack. This is probably one of the worst. Okay, so with Wheeljack, we have an established character who was established in Bumblebee. We did see him. He did have a couple lines, and this is a character that was essentially in the lore one of the most badass smart guys in anything animated, honestly. Like, here's one of the guy who's one of the primary engineers of the Dinobots. He practically made the Dinobots. And here he comes just in here, and he's useless. He crashed down in Puerto Rico. He has a completely different look about him. He wasn't even that smart at all. And they tried to give him like these big, stupid looking like glasses on him that was just really out of place. Everything about this character was out of place. Especially hated the fact, actually you'll see in our spoiler-free review, we talked a little bit about Rat Trap and why he wasn't in this movie. They gave him Rat Trap's signature line! What are you doing, Steven? Moving on. That was number 2. Number 3. We got 0 character development from the Maximals. Now, when I say that, all right, I'm sorry, excuse me, we got 50-50 character development from the Maximals. We got something from Optimus Primal, voiced beautifully by Ron Perlman. Was phenomenal. Love that actual interpretation of here is, the person in the past talking to the person in the future, and essentially it becoming, you may not be who you are right now, but eventually you will be. Because I actually studied the history books. I based everything of what I do off of you. So I thought that was a very nice touch. But we got good character development through Air Razor. Air Razor was actually separated from all the other Maximals, from Optimus, from Cheetor, from Rhinox. What's that you say? 2 names that you're not really familiar with in this movie? I wonder why! They got 0 character development! They literally could not be in this movie and no one would notice. And I feel like they really did just try to bring in these 2 characters just to make it seem like, oh, no, it's the Maximals, guys. Let's just bring the fans into the theater. So I feel very cheated out of that. Okay, that was number 3. Number 4, Anthony Ramos. This actor played the lead role of Noah in this. I hated this character. This character was very much useless. I had nothing major to do with the story. Ran into Mirage, and that's how he got tied into the whole entire thing. And they literally just needed him to sneak into a museum and just steal a thing. And everything after that, useless. Did absolutely nothing. they made him Iron Man Jr. in this movie. You'll actually see, Johnny talked again in our previous review. Towards the end, he felt that it was very much the finish of an MCU movie. I wonder why. They made Iron Man. Yeah, there you go. MCU, whatever's popular, right? Like, come on, you could have done without it. It was not necessary. Shia LaBeouf was a better human character in these movies. Mark Wahlberg, dare I say, was a better human character in these movies. But of course, you cannot beat Haley Steinfeld. You're amazing. That was number 4. Number 5, essentially the lack. We just had generic enemies in this. Yes, we had Unicron, we had the big bad and everything. We had Scourge, who I really enjoyed from the lore. But other than that, we just said, oh, let's bring in a couple of minions from Unicron. Oh, let's make them all Scorponok's. Yeah, that's going to make it seem like Beast Wars. Right, guys? Right? No, it wasn't. It was incredibly disappointing, and I was really looking forward to this movie. I really was. This is probably like one of the most anticipated movies. It definitely made my top 5. Absolutely. I think this was probably number 2 on my list from the beginning of the year, but right now, this is my top 1 disappointment. So that's how I really feel about these movies. Let me know what you think. Tell me I'm right. Tell me I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Until then, roll credits. I'm out.